if you're watching this and you got this link, that means that you are part of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. Shh! So this is a really special video just for Kit Club members. It's a process video. It's a little longer. I'm going to yap at you a little bit longer than maybe I would on my normal YouTube videos. The products you're looking at right now are from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio You Rock collection. And I'm going to use it to create a layout using Heather's sketch that she created just for our super secret scrappy party in our Facebook group. So yeah, I'm going to alter the sketch a little bit to make it flexible for an 8.5 by 11 layout. 8.5 by 11 is the size that I started scrapbooking in over 16 years ago, and I love it. In fact, I have really been leaning towards the notion of switching back to doing nothing but 8.5 by 11 for 2018. And yeah, so that might be happening. I have been really enjoying getting back to my roots, as they say, and scrapbooking in this smaller size. And also, yeah, I just have been really, really loving that. So you might see more 8.5. Well, you will see more 8.5 by 11s because I really think I'm switching over to them for 2018. So I want to use this gorgeous wood grain paper for my background. And I am going to mat it with a white border just to give me a little bit of dimension. This album that I'm working in right now is of my son, and I also have been using a lot of white in his album, kind of for continuity and consistency. So I wanted to make sure that I added that little pop of white. I left a lot more of my process in this video than I would normally do on a normal YouTube video, so it's a bit longer, and you'll see me tap my fingers because I am a scrapbooker just like you. I am slow. I live in Indecision City for, sometimes a day before I kind of get my ideas flowing. So, yeah. And YouTube doesn't really, they like this shorter, kind of quick videos where it looks like I've got it all together. But I thought maybe you guys for this group would enjoy seeing me kind of flip through things and be like, what do I use next? What do I want to do next? So I left all that in. What I'm ultimately going to decide that I want to do is I'm going to eliminate some of the layers from Heather's sketch. So Heather's sketch is a 12 by 12 sketch, and it has a lot of layers. And I have found when you're converting things from 12 by 12 to 8.5 by 11, or into a traveler's notebook, when you have a sketch, it works better to eliminate, to not make your smaller page as layered. You want enough layers for interest, but if you add them all, you end up with a really kind of crazy busy layout. And when a person is looking at it, they don't know where their eyes should go. They're kind of, wandering around. So for me, when I'm converting a layout from 12 by 12 to 8.5 by 11, I eliminate the layers or I make them smaller. So I really liked the banner shape that was in the sketch, and I decided that I'm just going to use that banner shape. And there was another layer below it, and there was another layer above it, and I just kind of eliminated those. And so I'm going to go ahead and place this across my layout, and then I'm going to layer my photos. I am so sorry, my son is in the background laughing, and I've asked him to stop repeatedly before I started filming, before I started this voiceover, and he did stop for a while, but he put his earbuds back in, and now he's laughing again. So, you know what, just enjoy it. Enjoy my 17-year-old son in the background, thoroughly happy to be watching YouTube and eating soup. So the next thing I'm going to work with...
smells horrible.
Oh, and then we have, my kids. Anyway, the next thing I decided to do is that I'm going to use this fabulous ombre paper. This is also part of the You Rock collection. I'm going to use it to map my photos. And see, look, I'm a scrapbooker. I got that all wrong. And now I have this, random shape of paper that isn't going to work on my layout. And this is my, fabulous cocoa vanilla stash that I never ever use because I do stuff like that and then I can't use it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and map my photos in those. And this is, one of those things that happens. I put my photo down on the banner and I matted them too big and now they're not going to fit. Eek! So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere them down and then trim them up so that they do fit, right? Okay. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with that extra strip of U-Rock paper. I have to find a use for it, though, because you know what? This is my Cocoa Vanilla stuff. And I don't know if you guys know a lot about Cocoa Vanilla Studio. They are an Australian company, which means that it's really kind of hard to get their products in the U.S. And when you do get them, you pay more money for them because they have to pay for customs and bring it in from Australia. And buying it from Australia is not a feasible option because the shipping, oh my goodness, I have never in my life seen shipping as high as when you try to import or export things from Australia. I've done it from London and it's not bad, but Australia is like, wowzers. So, yeah. So I tend to be like super duper, let's just say I collect my Cocoa Vanilla Studio things. I don't use them much. So consider this a special treat. Okay, and then sometimes I get Cocoa Vanilla Studio and I click it and then I'm ecstatic because then I have extra. So I went ahead and I made the mats on my photos smaller and then I overlapped them. So Heather's Sketch doesn't have the photos overlapped and I overlapped my photos just because there was some dead space in that one photo of my son and I just felt like I could overlap them and they still look nice. So now I'm just going to flick through all of these embellishments. So there was a cut apart sheet and so I bought 2 of them. And one of the cut apart sheets I cut apart and the other cut apart sheet I left whole for the back because the background had a really nice, or the back of the cut apart sheet had a really nice pattern on it. And so I'm just kind of going through my supplies. Okay, what do I have? Where do I want to put things? I know that I'm going to do 3 parts of my layout. And I went into my stash and grabbed some alphabet stickers because there weren't any in this kit, in this collection, which is totally cool and rocks in my book because that means I can pull out my alphabet stash and use them up. So I grabbed that 8. That 8 is from this wonderful Felicity Jane alphabet set, and I almost have it gone. Like, there's so little of it left, but it's one of those amazing fonts that I'm going to use until I don't have any more letters left. So my title is going to be 8 is Great because these photos are of my youngest son in 2014 when he turned 8. And this 8.5 by 11 album that I'm working on with this page is, it's going to end up being 2 for each of my kids. And it's just like a snapshot album of their childhood, their different ages, what they liked, what they didn't like, how they acted, memories from their childhood that I think they will appreciate when they get older, and things like that. So that's the album we're going to work in. So I chose this little background sheet, or journaling card, to add my journaling. And I'm going to cut it so that I still have that little strip with the triangles that I can use again on another layout. Yep. And I'm just going to fit it in here pretty nicely. And then I'm going to continue to work on my layout here. Everything is getting a inked with vintage photo distress ink. And that's my favorite distress ink ever. Hickory Smoke being a close second, but I love the vintage photo. This is the sticker sheet, and I'm just going to choose a couple little elements from it. I'm going to pop this in here. I thought that it looked really cute. And then I'm going to use some of these enamel dots that are plus signs. because I have the plus sign paper in the background. So I figured, well, we would just use that as an element on this layout that will be repeating and give it some continuity. Yeah, so I know you guys can't comment on this video because I'm going to be emailing it, and you have to have the link to watch it. But I hope you all kind of enjoy this. I thought it would be super fun to give you guys something, to give everyone that was in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club something special for our Scrappy Party weekend. And if you like it, if I get good feedback from this, I will go ahead and do it again every month with our Scrappy Parties. I also did this because I know there are some members of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club who aren't on Facebook, that are just on Instagram. So I wanted to make sure that members that, you know, aren't in the Facebook group still got a little bit of a taste of our monthly scrapbooking Scrappy Parties. And yeah, if you create a layout using this sketch, be sure to tag the Secret Not Secret Kit Club on Instagram. You can also tag me or Christy or Christina, because we would love to see what you do with this sketch. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling now, and I'm just going to make it a bullet point journaling that discusses how the things my son liked to eat, the things he enjoyed doing, a little bit of his personality, kind of like a snapshot of what our family scrapbooks, the story that our family scrapbooks tell, but in a condensed version that would work for a smaller scrapbook that he can take with him when he leaves home. So now I want to make sure that I put the date on this layout. I'm very date conscious in all of my scrapbooks because I haven't always been, and so I've learned the hard way that to make sure that every scrapbook, if it doesn't have a specific date, like if I can't find the date, or, you know, sometimes that happens because I have had, you know, phones break. My son has accidentally deleted all of the photos off my phone fortunately, after I had printed most of them. Things like that, it happens. So even if I can't find a specific date for a photo, I totally will put at the very least the month and year, or in this case, even just the year. So that, you know, there's a time frame, there's a timeline, and then I will put my photos chronologically, or loosely. I call my system loosely chronologically, as to the best of my ability. So I kind of have an idea of where I want to put my 3 embellishment clusters. And I'm going to start with some big pieces. And I will tell you that if you are not on Facebook and you want to join our Facebook group, I'm going to be doing a live session. I think Christine is joining me. We haven't worked out all of the details yet, but we're going to do a clustering, kind of like a mini class, in the Facebook group during next month's Scrappy Party. So you can totally go ahead, and if you're not on Facebook and you'd like to surreptitiously join, you can join us on our Scrapper Party next month, and we can we'll do a little live video about how to cluster. I don't want to give too much away. I have a very kind of easy anagram that I use for clustering, and it works really well, so I'm going to be sharing that with you. Lots of little tips and tricks and things like that. So right now I am just going through all of these little die cut pieces and deciding what I want there. Where my hair is super frizzy in this video. You guys, the weather here, I live in Pennsylvania and it's supposed to be cold right now and it's like 80. Like, it's messed up. So yeah. I'll just tell you that it's just crazy how it is here, the weather, and my hair is like screaming. It doesn't like it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna grab shapes and icons and things that I want to add to this layout, things that I think will work, without giving away too much of my process, so that I can encourage all of you to be part of our Secret Not Secret Kit Club Scrappy Party next month. So yeah, I'm just gonna adhere little bits, little pieces. This is like the super fun part for me. A lot of people, a lot of people talk about, how you are based, how things are based on your, some people are story-based scrapbookers. Some people, start at different spots. I'm a product-based scrapbooker. I'm an unabashedly product-based scrapbooker. It's just the way it is. And I just refuse. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to, nope. I like my paper, and I like my die cuts, and I like my enamel dots, and I like my flares. I love watercolor painting. I just, on my layouts, I just really, just, that's it. Yep. So I'm going to go through here and just add some more enamel dots. And see, this is kind of the parts that I would cut out of a YouTube video, because for me, I'm like, it's kind of boring. But I left it in. I gave you guys like a really nice paint process video. So I hope you enjoy it and all my silliness. Cause yeah, I'm not a big talker. Like, I'm at a loss for words right now. I don't even know what to say. I'm someone who doesn't have the gift of gab. I'm not a chit-chatty person. I will talk if I have something important to say, but like right now I got nothing. Except that I'm using my tiny attacher because I think that staples and void pages go hand in hand. They're like peanut butter and jelly. If you're doing a void page, you need some staples. It's just a lovely, lovely little thing. So that will complete this layout. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little extra freebie video. Have a great day. Bye.